Hello, Andy Kettle here once again from Servo Components and Systems, and here's a short video that we'd like to share with you where we've connected a range of the Wittenstein Cyber motors to the Copley Controls ranges of amplifiers. Now I've got this one connected to a BEL 3 amp continuous 6 amp peak, and I'm going to demonstrate it running a number of these motors here. You can see them. We've got a dynamic motor, rotary motor, and the dynamic linear actuator range. And in the video there you can see we've connected to one of the amplifiers. So I'm going to show them one by one running with the same amplifier. So first of all we need to enter the motor data file within the CME Copley Motion Environment window, and I filled all those in, and we've also got to enter the feedback type. We can see here we've got a BIS C 12-bit, which is 496 counts per rev of the motor. Obviously you need to take into account the lead on the lead screw, but we have other videos that show you how to set all that up. We've already had it tuned. We can go straight into the control panel here and enable jogging. Let's say I put 10 RPM in, and if you look down here at the window, the motor on the left hand side should go in and out. There we go. Increase the speed a bit, 1000 RPM maybe. That's better. Oh, got a following error. Obviously went a bit too fast for the voltage. We've only got 24 volts. The motor is in fact 48 volts. So we can look at the performance by going to the oscilloscope. So here we can quickly look at the current loop, and we can maybe change the CI a little bit, just bring that up. We put the velocity loop in, set up. Put that in. Now we can see the velocity profile on the feedback. That's not too bad. Now finally we just go to the position loop, auto setup, commanded position versus active load position. There we go. If I just stop the trace and just zoom in on that, you can see we're pretty close. Obviously we could do a bit more tuning, but you can see basically it works. And this motor will work pretty much on any of the Copley drives. Obviously you'd want to run it on 48 volts, we're only running it on 24 volts, and you'd probably need a bit more current when you start moving a load. But apart from that, you know, the Copley environment is the same no matter what motor you use, and I'll just demonstrate that very quickly now by going over, plug it into one of the other motors. So now you can see we've changed over to the smaller ALSR motor, the ALSR 030B, size 32, and this one gives 280 newtons of maximum force, whereas the previous one, the size 40, went up to 575 newton meters. Of course, you've got to have the right amplifier delivering the right current to give you that, but just to really show you that you can actually run all these off the one drive. And you can see the actual plot here for the position feedback, which is pretty reasonable. If I just stop that trace and zoom in here, we could look at the following error, but here you can see that it's pretty much it equals the commanded position. Okay, so now we've switched it from the size 32 linear actuator, the linear one in the middle, to the one on the right, which is the size 16, which gives us 55 newtons. And as you can see, it going in and out there, and you can see the profile on the screen. If I just zoom in on there, you'll see that could do a bit more tuning, but it's not far out. So there we are, just to show you quickly that we can run the three sizes from one amplifier, but as I said, you've got to size it up to give us the right current for the torque that you need. And the motor on the far right there is the rotary motor, which is basically the same one that's in the size 40 motor, but it's sold separately, and as again we can run it from the same amplifier. So here I have the Wittenstein Cyber rotary motor, the one that's fitted to the ALSR 038 linear actuator. So it's the very same motor with a BIS encoder. This can give us 0.35 Newton meters. You can see that I've got a plot here on the screen. So we can look at the performance by going to the oscilloscope, positional feedback. It's tuned up. If I stop that and quickly go over to the velocity loop, auto setup, run this one and see what that looks like. Not too bad. So as you can see, we can run the whole range of cyber motors from the Copley range, and if I just close this down, you can see the screen behind me has got that range, ranging from modules to panel mount versions of single axis and double axis here. So hopefully we've got one that will suit your needs, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.